From the snow-capped peak of Mount Fuji to the towering skyscrapers of Tokyo, the country of Japan has always been regarded as a place of tranquil beauty as well as one of the world's greatest economic superpowers.
Hi, I'm Doug Clement from Victoria, BC, and welcome to Video Adventures. Join us as we journey through Japan, from the ancient capital of Kyoto, which embraces Japan's past, all the way to the metropolis of Tokyo, which is helping to transform Japan for the 21st century. And along the way, we'll learn a little bit about the history and the people that make up the land of the rising sun.
Japan lies on the east coast of mainland Asia and consists of four main islands: Hokkaido, Honshu, Shikoku, and Kyushu. More than 125 million people live in Japan, or about one-half the population of the United States. All this in a country that is slightly smaller in landmass than the state of California. Our journey takes place on the island of Honshu, and roughly follows the old Tokaido Post Road that once linked Kyoto with Tokyo. But we begin here at the Kansai Airport.
Hello, welcome to Kansai. Enjoy your stay.
As you leave Kansai Airport, the first building you're likely to see is the A&A Gate Tower Hotel. The tower soars 56 stories into the sky, and at 256 meters, it is the tallest building in Western Japan. Each room offers an outstanding view of the surrounding area, but the scenery truly comes to life when the sun goes down. The ancient city of Kyoto was the imperial capital of Japan for over 1,000 years. From 794 to 1868, the city reigned as the cultural and artistic center of Japan, a position it still holds today. As the only major Japanese city to escape bombing attacks during World War II, a great deal of its ancient beauty still survives today. Kyoto's 1,700 Buddhist temples and 300 Shinto shrines hold testament to the history and culture that has blossomed here for over 1,200 years. Kinkakuji, or the Golden Pavilion, is one of Kyoto's most famous attractions. It was originally constructed in the 1390s as a retirement villa for Shogun Ashikaga Yoshimitsu. After his death, Kinkakuji was made into a Zen temple in accordance with his will. The original pavilion was destroyed in 1950 by a deranged student monk and wasn't rebuilt till 1955. The garden, however, remains and can be enjoyed, as it has been for hundreds of years. Throughout the centuries, philosophers and priests have strolled along this tranquil canal. The pathway runs almost a mile, allowing you to do your own philosophizing before reaching the crown jewel of this walk. Kinkakuji was built in 1482 for Shogun Ashikaga Yoshimasa, who intended to coat the structure with silver, similar to the Gold Pavilion, which was built by his grandfather. However, his death came before this could be accomplished. The garden includes raked cones of white sand, designed to reflect moonlight on the garden at night. Nijo Castle was built in 1603 by Tokugawa Ieyasu, the founder of the Tokugawa shogunate. It was used as a residence by the shogun whenever he left Tokyo and visited Kyoto. To protect the shogun from enemies, the castle was surrounded by a moat and stone walls. But the most interesting security features were the nightingale floors. All the corridors of the castle were fitted with floorboards that squeaked when walked upon. Outside is a beautifully landscaped garden. There were no trees originally on the castle grounds because the falling leaves in autumn reminded the samurai of life's transitory nature. One of Kyoto's most impressive shrines, though far from its oldest, is Jingu. This monumental piece of work was built in 1895 to commemorate the 1100th anniversary of the founding of Kyoto as the capital of Japan. Despite its enormous proportions, Jingu is in fact a smaller replica of the first imperial palace, built in 794. Roanji Temple houses what is probably one of the most famous Zen rock gardens in all of Japan and possibly the world. This simple yet remarkable garden measures only 30 meters by 10 meters. There are no trees to be seen, only 15 rocks and white gravel are used in this garden. It is up to each visitor to figure out for themselves what this unique garden signifies. This rock garden surrounded by low earthen walls may be thought of as the quintessence of Zen art. The temple grounds have other interesting features, such as the tea room Zuruku, which is typical of the style favored by Kishuza, a tea master in the early 17th century. Kyoyochi Pond was designed in the 12th century. Until recent years, many mandarin ducks were seen on the pond. Hence, Roanji was typically known as Oshidora Deri, Temple of the Mandarin Ducks. The buildings of Yesaka Shrine date back to 1654 and is considered the guardian shrine of the Gion, which is Kyoto's geisha entertainment district. If you are here in late evening, you can often see the geishas going on their way to and from appointments. During the evening, the shrine is illuminated with hundreds of white paper lanterns, each with the name of a Kyoto shop. Located behind Yesaka Shrine is Maruyama, one of Kyoto's most popular city parks. The centerpiece of the park is the Shidere Sakura cherry tree, an incredible sight when in full bloom. From the park you can follow Teapot Lane, which is lined with shops selling Kyoto handicrafts, local snacks, and souvenirs, much in the same way they have for over 1,000 years. At the end of the path is, in my opinion, one of Kyoto's most magnificent temples. Kiyomizu was first founded in 780, making it older than Kyoto itself. It was then rebuilt in 1633 by the third Tokugawa shogun, Iemitsu. There are 139 pillars which support the main hall, built without the use of a single nail. Next door is Jishu Shrine, regarded as the dwelling place for the deity in charge of love. Here you can buy good luck charms for everything from a happy marriage to easy child delivery to success in passing an exam. Kyoto also has many great shopping malls, such as Shiingyo Goku, which has been in business since 1872. The Banchicho is one of Kyoto's most famous streets for nightlife. The narrow lane parallels the Kamo River, which is lined with exclusive clubs, restaurants, and bars, many with verandas that extend over the river. But Kyoto doesn't live only in the past. The seventh largest city in Japan, with a population of 1.5 million, it has still managed to keep up with the pace of the modern world.